Hello everybody, I'm back with another 3DS video, and no, it's not gameplay, it's a little bit boring, but I don't care. I'm going to show you all about the CirclePad Pro attachment for the Nintendo 3DS. And I bought this secondhand, so it's not an unboxing. Alright, so let's go over the features, what comes on the CirclePad Pro itself. Obviously, the CirclePad adds a CirclePad. It also adds R, replaces the right bumper. It also adds ZR and ZL, so it adds two triggers. It's also got a nice let's see if you can make this out here, a curvature to it, so it actually feels more like a console controller rather than just the 3DS, and it makes it really comfortable to hold, and it actually, to me, feels a little bit like the GameCube controller, but it might just be me, but it does feel like the GameCube controller to me, which I really like. The CirclePad feels exactly the same as the one on the one built into the 3DS. It is just ever so sensitive, and it works perfectly. The triggers, they don't have a lot of movement to them. They don't swing down like a lot of the console, you know, like Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3s, which a lot of people are used to playing, so they take some getting used to, but I like them. They work good. It's powered by one AAA battery that Nintendo includes when you buy it brand new, and they advertise that you can get like hundreds of hours of gameplay on that one battery. So it also comes with a wrist strap that I don't have because this is secondhand. It has these little rubber grippy thingies, that's a technical term, that hold the 3DS in place. And then up here, you can't see it because it's the same color, but is where the infrared sensor picks it up on the 3DS. So let me just show you here. It's the relative size compared to the 3DS. And to place it in is very simple. You just push it down, and it stays very well, actually. You can actually see, yeah, hold it upside down. I don't probably shouldn't do it too much, but so this is what it looks like when you have it connected. Obviously, the buttons and stuff are all still exposed, as is this. The only bad thing about this thing is you can't take out the stylus, which is a wicked pain, and the game cartridge. You can't take out either, but you can still charge it. You can still adjust the volume, and you can still use a pair of headphones. So let's open this up. So this is what it looks like when you open the 3DS. It feels really well now. You can have your fingers more extended rather than hunched over when you're actually trying to play, because the 3DS is a little bit small, it's a little bit thin. It adds quite a lot of needed thickness to it. It's much more comfortable to hold. And when I first got this, I was worried about how it would feel going from the CirclePad to the actual buttons, but it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Going on the touchpad is kind of annoying, but you don't have to do that too often with games that require that you can use a CirclePad Pro. Yeah, what else? The triggers, it gives you this the replacement right trigger, because it's too far of a reach, I guess, without it. And on the left side, you still have the trigger, and you still use the regular 3DS bumper. Yeah, so that's pretty much it to this thing. It feels really sturdy. It's like, it feels pretty much solid. It's not really, it doesn't sound hollow or cheap like the 3DS docking cradle does. If you know what I mean, if you ting it against like that, it sounds really hollow and stuff. It doesn't sound like that with this, so it feels really well built. It does add quite a bit of weight to it, but yeah, I really like it. I like playing with this thing even without, even when I'm not using it. It makes it more comfortable to hold. It feels more like a game controller. The 3D when you're using this is kind of weird, because when you're holding it like this, your tendency is to look here towards the center of where you're actually holding it. So you have to adjust your vision to the left. It's not that noticeable, but after a while it becomes really annoying. And the 3D is kind of iffy too. You have to kind of hold it off to the side and stuff. Just a little gripe. It's not really that big of a deal. This game, the circle pad works great with Resident Evil Revelations. I picked up the circle pad just for this game. Without it, this game I would consider unplayable. I don't like the controls at all without the circle pad. With the circle pad, it's really fun and addicting. This is actually one of the best games on the 3DS too. I also bought it because I figured you could use the Circle Pad Pro on this game to adjust the controls, but I don't know. It says you can use the Circle Pad, but it won't register with this game. And even when I have got it to register, it doesn't have an option to use the controls, so I have no idea what's going on with that. But yeah, highly recommend the Circle Pad Pro if you have Resident Evil Revelations. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I highly recommend the Circle Pad Pro, even if you don't think you're going to use it a lot. I think you will once you feel how comfortable it is. Holding it, it's really nice. When I'm playing a lot, the 3DS by itself gives me cramps in my hands because it's like holding it is, you know, my fingers are hunched over, and gripping it is really weird because it's so thin and small. So the circle pad definitely adds a much needed thickness to it. So yeah, that is my closer look and review of the Circle Pad Pro. Thank you for watching.